Hey there guys, Alphariana here, back with a new video. On today's video, we're going to be showing how to tame the Panthara creatures that came out with the 7.3 patch. These were recently discovered on the taming method by the General, Wild Seeker, Finding Discord, and Petopia. They are a pretty unique tame, to be honest. While they do not have anything special, they're pretty neat skin, and it's well worth the effort if you are looking for a pet that took a lot more time to get. In order to tame one, you're going to need to obtain Fresh Talbuk Meat. What this means for people is that you're going to have to kill Talbuks. I know, shocking. But these Talbuks are not as plentiful as one would hope. There are roughly 20 to 30 Talbuks scattered across Crocoon. You'll find normally around 4 to 5 of them here in the Grove of Narua. And as long as you come over here, and if you want to, you can just server hop. All the server hopping will get tiring, and your other hunters will probably not appreciate it. Optionally, you can follow the path that goes around Crocoon. If you follow the path all the way down towards the Shattered Fields portal, then you should actually run into a lot more than just the ones here. If you follow it all the way loop back around, then the ones in the Grove will be respawned by the time you come back. These meats do not have a very high drop rate. I will preface this now. Some people have spent over 400 kills without seeing a single meat. Optionally, if you're on a populated server, it may just be best for you to buy it off the auction house. It is tradable, but at the current time the prices are pretty absurd for people. But it's still worth your time. Okay, so once you've obtained your meat, it's time for you to actually decide which variety of Panthara you wish to tame. I'm going to go through the different varieties and where they can be found right now. Over in Black Gorge, you can find both blue and the light silver blue varieties of Panthara. This alpha is actually the one that I recommend to tame. While you can find them over in the Petrified Forest, this one seems to have the best chances of a tame not failing. Make sure to get rid of the ones following it before attempting a tame. Also, in case one wants a dark blue, this one is off by itself wandering and makes a very ideal target for taming one of your own. Also, if you come back out to the Grove of Narua, you can also find more of the dark blue variety. These are probably another safe bet, especially the one that I currently have targeted on screen. Lastly, if you want to come to over in the Petrified Forest, there are more of the dark blue variety, as well as a few alphas hanging around. Don't be me right now. Just saying. Down where the Garrothi Obliterator patrols at the entrance of Petrified Forest, you can find the yellow variety of Panthara available for taming. This is the only location that I know they're available at, so if you happen to know of a better spot, please leave a message down in the comments below. If you abandon all regard for safety and come into the Shattered Chasm's Fellfire Pits, and go all the way to the Den of Despair, in the regions available, you will find Fellfire Stalkers, which are the green variety. These have been reported to be rather buggy, so please do be careful. Over on Macquarie, you can find the Indigo coloration. Keep in mind that Macquarie is not available until the second week of 7.3. In case you're wondering, there are actually a lot of Talbuks near the Indigo coloration. However, be careful because there are a lot of hostiles. This one up here would be the one I recommend. Optionally, there is also one just slightly north of Isolon, if you would like to try and tame one here as well. This is the same region, just the southern end of it. Over in Umber Hollows on McCree, you can find the purple coloration. This area is recommended just because they are rather isolated aside from all the Talbuks in the area. That and they themselves are pretty far apart from each other, which should make getting a tame off one of these pretty easy. As a side note, this is by far my favorite coloration. Those diligent may have noticed I did not mention Narua at all during the varieties. Unfortunately, there is not a color lookalike for Narua available at this moment. Now that we've obtained our meat, it's time to go over how to tame a Panthara for ourselves. In order to tame a Panthara, there are 2 requirements that must be met. They must be bloody at the start of the tame, and you cannot have aggro on them when you start taming. If either of these conditions is not met, the tame will fail. And what do I mean by the tame will fail? Well, it's pretty simple. If you have an unsuccessful tame, you will get this message in the thing, and you'll see them shimmer for a brief moment. You will have to be very careful, because, let's be honest here, you probably spent hours farming this meat, or you spent a ton of money. You don't want to waste it. Firstly, ensure that you're in marksman or survival spec. Have all your pets dismissed. Do not have any on-hit effect trinkets on. And make sure that your bodyguard is not here if you have one. Once you have made sure that nothing is going to attack this thing, throw out a freezing trap once it's in a position that you like. This is probably the position that you're going to want to keep it in. As you can see, it will aggro me from this distance. At this point, you will want to Feign Death to remove the aggro, followed by a camouflage to allow you to get a bit closer. Once you do this, make sure that your meat will reach it. And the moment that you throw out your meat, hit the tame button. You'll be pulled out camouflage and the buff will vanish before you tame, but it will be completed. In the case of the alpha that I recommended taming over here, it is advised to get rid of the ones that are following it before attempting the tame. It is also recommended to wait for it to get into a spot where it is alone. You can throw out a freezing trap in advance. This does not matter. However, make sure that you are behind it. Get up in camo. Make sure that you are not aggroed onto it. Get as close as possible. Throw your meat, and then immediately start the tame. Be extra careful with the fell green ones because they have been reported to be rather buggy. I have not really experienced this issue too frequently, but just in case, make sure of what you're doing just to be on the safe side. Honestly, this is by far the one that I recommend the most, just because of the fact that this method has not failed once. You can also coordinate with other players in order to get a Panthara tame for them as well. However, you have to do most of the setting up, and they just need to be able to do the bloody. They just need to be able to do the tame when it is bloodied. So make sure to coordinate your efforts very quickly. Okay. This even works for people of the opposite faction. However, of course, this does take a bit. And there you have it, guys. That is how you tame your very own Panthara in patch 7.3 on Argos. If you enjoyed this video, if it was even useful to you, make sure to leave a like. Any comments, questions, concerns, so on and so forth can be left down in the comments below. Special thanks again to the WoW General Secret Finder Discord and Petopia for all the efforts in managing to find the secrets on how to tame these very special beasts. They're quite beautiful, and I'm very much going to be using these for a lot of the rest of this X pack. This is Alphariana, though, signing out. Until next time, guys.